Our topic for today is about the essentials in managing our money. Hopefully, makatulong ito sa ating mga mister para na rin masuayos tayo pagdating sa pera para makatulong tayo kay misis, di ba? So with the help of Sun Life, we will learn smart ways to secure our financial future. I assure you that you will learn a lot in this live stream, lalo na yung mga bagong mister, tulad na lang ng celebrity guest natin ngayon. So, sino nga ba siya? Let me give you some clues. Kaya niyang maging kart racer. Kaya niyang maging TV at movie actor. Kaya rin niyang maging brand ambassador. At syempre, kaya rin niyang maging mapagmahal at responsableng mister. It's time for us to bring him in. Please welcome in Kaya ni Mister para kay Mrs. Mr. Matteo Guidicelli. Hi, Matteo.
What's up, Moy? Magandang araw sa iyo, Moy. How are you?
I'm doing good. Ikaw, kamusta ka, bro?
Very good. I'd like to say hi to everybody watching us live right now. Kamusta kayong lahat? Hope everybody's having a good time. Hope everybody's safe at home. And I hope everybody's going to enjoy our episode today and our show today. You just got married, correct?
Yes, Matteo, that's correct. Kung ikaw, you've been happily married for about 9 months now, ako naman happily married din for about 11 months. So medyo magkasunod lang tayo. I'm sure na itong usapan na to magiging masaya kasi we get to relate to each other and we get to share our experiences and realizations so far. So excited na ako sa kwentuhan natin, bro. Pero before we begin, I'd like to invite everybody to join the conversation by commenting below and using our official hashtag #MakeItMutual. So, Matteo, bro, kamusta ka? What have you been up to?
Really good, man. Everything is good. Everything is good. I'm sure it's been a wild ride for everybody. We've been in quarantine for a long time, but I think things are starting to move forward. People are starting to work within the new normal and adjusting and pivoting and moving forward because if we just sit back and relax, nothing's gonna happen. So we gotta move forward and adjust to what is happening. Kumbaga, no?
I agree with you. That's really the way to go. Are you mostly working from home or lumalabas ka pa rin for your projects?
We started working from home a lot, a month or two back. But now we've been going around, we've been going out to studios and shooting here and there. But of course, the safety protocols are very, very strict, which is a very, very good thing. This pandemic has done a lot of changes in society, not just negative, but also a lot of positive aspects came out of it. No, especially in the working environment, people are more efficient. People are more basically efficient in everything they do. No, everything's just straight to the point. You go to work, you go home to your loved ones, and you spend time wisely and more quality. Kumbaga.
Yeah, I think pretty much around this time, yung mga tao medyo sanay na sa work from home setup, no? So, alam na nila kung saan sila mag-work, naka-set up na yung kanilang workspace and they're all very comfortable na. Ready na just in case na medyo tumagal pa.
Yeah.
Bro, I know na you're 9 months married now and bilang bagong mister, alam natin na maraming changes sa buhay natin. Maraming changes kasi we just got married, tapos nadagdagan pa because of the pandemic. Share mo naman sa amin ano yung mga adjustments na pinagdadaanan at mga kinaya mo.
Yeah, 9 months. Thanks for reminding me. Everything's good, man. I love marriage. I love being married. I love the married life. It's just the best thing. It's the best chapter of my life. I recommend it to all my friends and my loved ones. I always tell them, marriage has been the best thing ever. It's not perfect, it's not all ups. There's always its ups and downs, and you get to learn more about your partner. You get to learn more about yourself. You get to learn more about life. So it's a beautiful journey. It's a journey that I recommend once you found that perfect one for you. And every day is a learning day. Every day is a learning day. So that's how beautiful it is, kumbaga.
Alam mo, I agree with you. It's really a beautiful thing and sabi nga nila na kahit kunwari matagal na kayo mag-boyfriend and girlfriend ng partner mo, iba pa rin talaga when you get married and you stay in the same house, marami kang matututunan about your partner. Anyway, today, bro, we're here to talk about our exciting newly married life and its effects on our finances. So mamaya pag-uusapan natin how getting married changed the way we handle our money, paano nagbago yung goals natin, and yung mga diskarte natin sa pera. Pero bago tayo dun sa serious stuff, pag-usapan natin muna ang love life mo, bro. Kasi I'm sure na marami ang interested dito. Sakto, we have a question from one of our followers on Facebook. Her name is Alexis, and Alexis asks, how long have you and your wife been together as a couple bago kayo nag-decide na magpakasal?
We've been together for quite a while. I think 6 years, six if I'm not mistaken. A few years already. We've been together for a while, and again, it's the best. It has been the best journey of my life. The boyfriend girlfriend stage. I learned so much, not just about myself, about my partner, about life in general. I think being a student of life is one of the best things because there's always surprises. There's always new lessons you can learn. There's always new things to look out for, and having dreams is such a wonderful thing, and to actually dream and have goals for those dreams and actually achieve those and achieve them, it's just something very fulfilling. And all these dreams, mahaba pa yung dami pang mga dreams dami pa mga dreams, so we always have to work towards all these dreams and goals to achieve them in the future. So we've been together for a long time, and being married has opened up a new door and a new whole chapter for both of us.
Tagal din pala, no? 6 years. Alam mo, you said a very wonderful thing there about having dreams and building on them and really achieving them together. Kasi I think one of my realizations then when I got married is, syempre dati nung single ka, iisipin mo yung sarili mong dreams. Dreams about your career, your finances, and how you're going to go about life. Pero ngayon, dahil tayo ay married na with our partner, yung dreams natin, couple dreams na, di ba? So let's say, kunwari, we want to have kids, we want to buy a house, or we want to send our kids to this type of school, ganyan. So yung dreams natin magkasama na together with our partner.
Yes.
Bro, I know na marami tayong viewers ngayon na mister, pero marami din yung mga magiging mister pa lang, mga mag-boyfriend, mag-girlfriend, meron mga sa audience natin yan. Baka pwede mo silang bigyan ng advice, lalo na yung mga guys out there. Ikaw ba, paano mo nalaman na siya na she is the one?
Wow, if you're asking me that question now, and if you asked me that question 9 months ago or a year ago, the answer would be different. It's so hard to it's easy to answer but hard to answer. I guess you just there's just a time that God comes down and say, God doesn't come down actually literally, but God just tells you that this is the one, this is it. So I always knew that my partner was going to be, and I was always hoping that she was going to be my wife, but there was just there's always fear, always indecisiveness, always ito ba, ganito ba, are you sure, are you not sure? But there was just one day that it just hit me and it said, Matteo, this is it, I'm ready to take the next step, kumbaga. So it just happens. It just happens. You just have to let life take it and trust in God or whoever you believe in. Just trust it. It will just happen. I don't think you could always be 100% ready. I don't think you can be always 100% sure. There's always that percentage na sigurado ba ako, hindi ba ako sigurado. Alam mo yan, always that. Always there's always fear. There's always fear because you always have that percentage of parang you don't know what's going to happen. So when you don't know what's going to happen, that's when fear comes in, di ba? So you just take it. You have to just take it because you love the person. This is what you want to go through. This is the next chapter you want to be in. So you just have to go through it. And you know what? When people always tell me how's it being married, what's the journey like, etc. Have you settled? You're going to settle down, etc. I don't like to use the term settling down because settling down means parang you're parang ito na, this is it, this plate is for you. I believe marriage is two people coming together and expanding, growing, believing, dreaming, achieving goals together. becoming bigger than one kumbaga, no? If you're successful in what you do alone, when you get married, and I'm sure today you're even more successful than you were before because of your wife. I'm sure your wife is more successful today because of you. I mean, you guys synergize, work together, and become better versions of each other.
That's a beautiful answer, bro. And I agree with you. Talagang, alam mo kapag meron ka ng significant other and meron ka ng partner in life, you are now more inspired to reach greater heights. And this time as a couple naman, di ba? So fast forward to today, and you're now married. Kwentuhan mo naman kami. What's a typical day like for you and your wife?
We like keeping active. Kumbaga, no? We get up early, very early in the morning. We go for a run, we exercise. It was fun because the first few months, the first few weeks we got married. We were just adjusting. It's the first time we lived together. Everything was adjustment period. Kumbaga. Even now, every day is. But she was used to doing her own routine. I was used to my own routine. Now we're synergizing, we're molding into each other, and I'm following her, she's following me, and we're learning from each other. So basically, we just wake up early in the morning, we do our thing, we exercise, we like keeping active in the mornings, we like cooking. She loves baking, and we just try to keep busy every single day, especially with work now. Work's becoming more and more busier and busier every day, especially these days. So, time management and it's all good.
Yeah, you mentioned that you do a bit of cooking, tapos siya naman a bit of baking. And I actually saw in one of your vlogs na there was this event and you were cooking pasta, you were cooking steak, and lobster. May question ako sa'yo, bro. Ano ang favorite ni wife mo na niluluto mo para sa kanya?
I do the Italian food, man. I do anything pasta, anything Italian, pasta pomodoro, pasta vongole, aglio olio, anything pasta I can do. My wife naman does all the Filipino food and all the baking, so I leave that to her.
So what's your favorite dish of her or pastry na binibake niya?
Adobo. She's very good in adobo. She's very good in anything she does. She's good. She's a perfectionist. Anything she does, she's the best. Baking, she does excellent cakes. She does really good cakes. I always tell her, people go to school to bake. People take months, weeks, months, years to learn how to make a perfect cake or a perfect souffle. She pulled out a perfect souffle in her first try. So yeah.
Grabe, galing. I think ang maganda rin when you cook at home, syempre, it's made with love. And isa sa mga tipid tip siguro na pwede natin i-share sa audience natin ngayon is instead of ordering out or papadeliver ka pa, ipagluto mo na lang yung significant other mo, di ba?
Yes, so, mo naman talaga mo ha. Kung ako lulutuin mo ako pala.
Ako, na-perfect ko na ang pagsasaing. Hindi na masyadong basa, hindi na masyadong yun ang na-perfect ko so far. Pero bro, mapunta naman tayo sa usapang finances kasi you've always been financially savvy. So, how are you sharing with your wife what you know about handling money?
I think finances is a very, very fun aspect in life, especially now that I'm married, now that I have a partner. It's even more fun. Before it was just about myself. Now it's actually about two people and two dogs and staff in the house and people. So basically, we have a lot of people in the house. It's not just about us. But it's fun, budgeting's fun, saving's fun, and thinking about the future is fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it super. And it's her first time, so she's learning and she's enjoying and she's learning how to invest, where to invest, what to do. So it's a great experience that we're bonding and we're learning from each other. Because I always believe it's not just important to be mentally healthy, physically healthy. I think it's also very, very important to be financially healthy and financially educated also. Because I think that's very, very important with the whole aspect of life.
And I'm sure na marami ka na-share sa wife mo, pero I'm sure na marami rin siyang na-share sa'yo or may mga natututunan ka rin na mga money management tips galing sa kanya. So, Ano yung natutunan mo sa kanya na money management tip, kung meron man?
She knows, she does a lot now. Kumbaga, it's instinctive to her. It's within her. She doesn't spend too much. She likes saving. But there are just some things in life that we just have to spend for because cost of living. Sometimes we need things. We go into so we have to do things. But it's very very important that we have a budget and we know where we're spending. We know where our money is going in. We know our income. We know our cash flow. Basically, and it's fun every single day. It's nice because I was trained to treat life like a business now. So everything's in a spreadsheet, everything's in an Excel file. So if you ask me how much I spent last month for a dinner that we did, I can bring it up on my computer and tell you. So everything's jotted down, everything's there. So if she has any questions, love, where did you spend this 500 pesos? I can go back and say we spent it here. So alam mo yun, it's very, very important to keep track of things and to start organized. I always believe starting organized is the best. Don't do it once you pass 5 years, 10 years. I made it a point to really begin really early, to just start the template early para maging organized kami in the future.
Maganda yun, no? Number 1, start early. Number 2, know how to track your expenses. Kasi totoo yan, minsan you look at your bank account and iisipin mo, wait, saan na nga ba napunta to? Ano na nga ba yung ginastos ko? Pero if you have some sort of tracker, tulad sa'yo, it's an Excel sheet. So you get to track where your expenses are going. So makikita mo na, this month pala, ang laki na ng nagastos ko in eating out. Or this month, ang laki ng nagastos ko sa hobby ko, something like that.
Yes.
So bro, I want to ask you, nanibago ka ba when you had to start making decisions together? So for example, you mentioned that you're tracking your expenses, you have an Excel file. When you were sharing this to your wife, parang nahirapan ka ba to implement this one? Or you found out na parang siya rin pala, ganito rin siya?
No, it wasn't a hard time. It was a fun, finances and doing these things. This is fun. Budgeting's fun. All these things fun, no? But of course, it was a challenge at first to combine two books together, make it one, no? So that was a challenge in the beginning because syempre it's two separate people that I didn't know anything about, and then boom, we sit down and we jive together. So it was a challenge, but you just start it organized and clean in the beginning, and it will just follow. You have to have a system in everything you do. So I just starting it with a system and then tuloy-tuloy na lang. Just follow the template.
You need to have a system in whatever it is that you're going to do. Gustong-gusto ko yan kasi that's actually one of the first things na ginawa rin namin ng wife ko when we got married. Kasi syempre may sarili kaming money habits, tracking systems, parang ganyan. So, we sat down, tapos talagang inisip namin, okay itong ginagawa mong ito, let me incorporate it with what I am doing. So, together, para kayong gumagawa ng sarili ninyong system. Yeah. Bro, meron akong question. Ito medyo hot topic. Nabasa mo ba yung last year's proposal na ang mga misis will not be allowed anymore to keep the ATM ng kanilang mga mister? Pero wait, bago mo sagutin yan, we have to take a quick break for now. Guys, huwag kayong aalis dahil marami pa tayong pag-uusapan. Kaya ni Mister, para kay Mrs., we'll be back with Matteo Guidicelli.
Just like how we started.
We were both 25 when we first met. I courted her for 6 months. Tapos sinagot ako. Ganun kabilis. And now, 6 months and 30 summers after, nagliligawan pa rin.
Hi. Si Trish.
Hi, Trish! I'm so glad to finally meet you. Wow!
Just like the first day.
Beautiful flowers, honey. Thank you.
Oh, Miguel, love her? and taking care of her. Gee, baby, may I dance with you?
Consistent ang effort. Just like if you're really into it. Just like placing an investment. Be into it. And make it a regular habit to keep it strong and stable. And of course, with the right partner.
For as low as 1,000 pesos, you can start a long-term financial relationship. Make it mutual with Sun Life.
Pangmatagalan ang ating samahan.
Welcome back to Kaya ni Mister para kay Mrs. right here on Sun Life Facebook page. To those who are just tuning in, my name is Boy. At ito ang show kung saan bida ang mga mister at kung saan makakapulot kayo ng learnings para maging mas masaya ang inyong buhay mag-asawa. Bago tayo magbalik sa usapan, let me just remind everyone na meron tayong raffle prize na ipamimigay sa mga mister at sa mga misis din. Ano ito? 10,000 worth of Uniqlo GCs. Isang mister ang mananalo ng 5,000 at ang kanyang misis ay mananalo rin ng 5,000 worth of Uniqlo GC. So, to qualify for our raffle, comment down below your wedding photo and itag si misis o kaya si mister. Qualified entries will be electronically raffled. Abangan ang announcement of winners dito sa official Facebook page ng Sunlight. Mga mister, meron akong tip sa inyo. Number 1, make sure na tama yung inyong tinatag. And number 2, make sure na maganda yung pipiliin ninyong photo ninyo ni Mrs. Di ba? So, for the second half of the show, mas pag-uusapan natin yung adjustments brought about by the pandemic. Specifically in how we manage our money. And of course, we're still joined by our special guest, Matteo Guidicelli. So let's go back dun sa hanging question natin kanina before we took a break, Matteo. What's your take about the proposal na yung ang mga misis daw will no longer be allowed to keep the payroll ATM ng kanilang mga mister?
That's very funny, Moy, no? But alam mo ngayon, online transaction na ngayon eh. So, his and hers, kumbaga, no? But on a serious note, Moy, I think it's very, very important for both husband and wife to be financially educated, no? So that's very, very important. Not just the husband. If I'm the one budgeting for the family, fixing the finances for the family, I think it should be fair also for the wife to know what the husband is doing and know where the money is going and know what money is coming in and out. So I think it's very, very important for both to know what's happening.
Yeah, and I think ang importante talaga is communication. Diba? Mag-usap kayo as a couple on your finances. So with that, I'd like to ask you, how important is it na talagang umupo ka with your loved one and you talk to him or her about how both of you will manage your finance? Kasi I'm sure ginawa ninyo ito.
Oh yes, man, it's extremely important to do so. One, because why? Like I said, as early as possible, you got to create a system. I think the system is very, very important. You got to be in 5 years, 10 years from now, you got to backtrack and know how to backtrack and pull up whatever day, whatever big transaction you did for whatever specific reason. So it's very important to create a system. Secondly, like I said, you have to have dreams, no? You have to have dreams, goals. So if I have a dream and 20 years from now, I'd like to have a certain something, and I have to create goals to achieve that, for that dream to be possible. Investment goals is very important. Investment plans are very important. That's why with Sun Life, obviously, you have the perfect partner, you have the perfect Sun Life advisor you can talk to in your goals and your dreams and what you want to do and how to prepare for the future. So I think preparation, again, is very important. Creating a system is very important. And planning what you want for the future is very important. And starting as soon as possible, as early as possible, would be the best. But if you haven't started yet, you can always start anytime. But there, as a new couple, you think about things when you have kids. Where you want to have the kid? Where do you want to have the kids go to school to? Where do you want to live? If you want a house, if you want a condo, if you want properties, if you want this, you want that, you want to travel. You have to plan for this. You can't just on a flick of a finger do it tomorrow. You just have to plan for it, and as early as you plan, as early as you can, do it.
I completely agree. So talagang mag-usap kayo, isipin niyo kung ano yung dreams and goals niyo and how you can achieve all of those together. Matteo, let's talk this time about yung experiences niyo ni Mrs. during the pandemic. Kamusta yung quarantine para sa inyo and what are the lessons that you've learned so far?
So, all right, man. We got married a week before lockdown. So, I think everything from my side, it was really meant to be with in my life journey with my wife. After a week, we got married. The lockdown happened. We were locked in. So it was like we wanted to have a honeymoon. We wanted to travel abroad. We wanted to do this. We wanted to do that, but we couldn't because of the lockdown. So we were forced to have our honeymoon in a home together. So we would always joke, this is our extended honeymoon. This is a way of us to learn more about each other and to do things with each other. So it was fun. It was fun, but it wasn't all ups, bro. It wasn't all ups. It wasn't all flowery and happy, etc. Of course, there were some times that we'd get irritated with one another, all this stuff. I think this is all natural, So again, you're a student of life. You're a student of this whole journey. So you just learn and compromise and adapt, and the wife's always correct, right?
Happy wife, happy life, di ba? Sabi nga nila.
Tama, brother. Tama.
Bro, ikaw naman, during the pandemic, the quarantine time, nagbago ba yung spending habits mo? Would you say na mas matipid or mas magastos ka ba? I mean, during the quarantine, of course.
During the quarantine, of course, everybody, we were all stuck in. We couldn't spend much. Everything. There was no food deliveries yet and all this stuff. So we just had to order online, and the best place to order is Landers, of course. They're very fast, they're very efficient. They have everything. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Right. So we would order there, and it would come like in a day or two, less than a day to be at the home. So everything's budgeted there. And with Landers, they gave us really good. Landers always has good deals, so that was great. And it was easier for us because less spending. But now that we were able to actually go out, do things, medyo mas marami ng ginagastos ngayon. So we always have to just monitor things, be responsible in how we spend, where we spend, and what we spend.
Let's talk about your financial journey. Kasi you started, of course, being single. Tapos ngayon, we're in our next life stage. We're now married and hopefully soon we'll start our own family. So let's talk about your financial journey and your relationship with your financial advisor. Nag-uusap ba kayo often?
We do, actually. He's somebody. What's nice about Sun Life and working with Sun Life and having a plan with Sun Life is that it's very, very interactive, and you can call him, her anytime. You can communicate. You can adjust things all the time. You can look at your different investments anytime you want. So they're very, very flexible. They're very, very credible. The company's been around for 100-something years, if I'm not mistaken, 100-something years, yeah. So that's what's very good, and they have all these different awesome plans that you can do, especially now this newlywed pack, which is very, very exciting in preparation for when you have kids, when you have other dreams in the future, etc. So, kumbaga, it's something to start. It's nice to start it when you just got married, no? So you can have all these years. It's a long-term investment, so that's what's good. That's what's good about it. So, the advisor always guides me in all the choices I make for my wife and myself. So, even though we're in the middle of a pandemic, Sun Life has created a whole ecosystem that's very, very friendly for their clients.
I agree with you, bro. Alam mo ako, I was actually talking to my financial advisor just a few months ago, and isa sa mga tip niya sa akin, sabi niya, pandemic ngayon, stock prices are so low, sobrang down, bagsak. Sabi niya, bumili ka ngayon because if you buy today, marami kang shares na makukuha. And he even introduced me to this new fund which allows you to invest in global companies katulad ng Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and other global companies. And I find it na it's very convenient pala to invest using the Sun Life PH app.
Bro,
Medyo maiba na.
What program is this? Do you know
Oh,
what-
we have a new fund called the World Equity Index Feeder Fund, and basically you invest in pesos, and then Sun Life invests it in global
Right.
companies.
What is the minimum?
The minimum is just 50,000 pesos. So I think a lot of people can invest in this one. And alam mo what's really nice is these companies, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Amazon, ito yung mga kumikita ngayon during the pandemic. So they are expected to go up. And if you're invested in that fund, you'll be able to ride the good returns that those funds will be able to bring in. And, pero bro, medyo maiba naman tayo ngayon. Alam mo, maraming na-addict ngayon sa online shopping. Hindi lang naman mga misis, pero pati mga mister na-addict din. Ako, personally, I have to admit, I'm also guilty. Pag nakikita ko na sale, ako add to cart agad. Are you also a fan of online shopping, and ano ang tips mo para hindi masyado magastos?
Yes, brother. Online shopping is a very, very convenient way, which a lot of companies are doing. Not just shopping for material goods, but also for food. You can do everything online right now. There's a bunch of different platforms where it's so easy to order, and it's so quick for them to deliver to you. No, so I think it's such a very, very convenient way to shop and to get what you want. But you also have to be aware because it's so easy to press that add to cart button. So minsan add to cart. Lumalaki yung bill, tas tira na. So, it piles up. So you always have to be aware. You have to strategize different ways on how not to overspend. For example, for my credit card, I don't put my max very high. I keep a tap always para hindi siya lalagpas to something major, no? So I always like to keep rules and regulations for myself when I shop or when I spend. I always want to have boundaries.
Yep, control lang talaga, no? Control and discipline, yan ang kailangan mo.
Yeah,
Pero meron akong isang tip para sa inyo guys, sa mga mahilig mag-online shopping. Hintayin nyo na lang yung 11/11 sale or yung 12/12 para free shipping. Pero kidding aside, alam mo Matteo, tayo mga mister or mga guys in general, mahilig din tayong bumili ng mga gadgets. So let's say mga gaming consoles, laptops, cellphones, at mga iba pa. What advice can you give in terms of how to make a decision? Kunwari, nagde-decide ka between this gaming console or the other. Ano ang magbibigay mong tip para hindi masyadong malaki yung gastos or para you can make the right decision?
Wow. What are the tips? You gotta ask yourself, do you really want it? Do you really need it? Is it a want or a need? Are you gonna survive if you don't have it? Or are you gonna not survive if you don't have it? So you gotta weigh things out and prioritize what you need and what you want. For example, for me, I think the things I want today, that I'm a married man, are different now from the things I wanted before. My decision making, my perspectives are kind of different today than before, because now it's nice to think about your wife and what makes your wife happy. So instead of buying things for yourself, it's nicer to buy things for her. Diba? Because, like what you said, again, a happy wife is a happy life, so that's very important. And if you make a mistake at home, it's always your mistake. It's never your wife's mistake. Correct, bro?
That's correct.
So you just have to say, ako may kasalanan, sorry. That's automatic, right?
Just say sorry with a kiss and a hug para okay na, di ba?
Yes, brother. Yeah.
Bro, alam ko, you're also a health buff. Sabi nga nila, health is wealth. So, important then that we take care of our bodies. Kanina you mentioned na in the morning, nag-exercise kayong dalawa. Pero para dun sa mga ibang mister natin dyan, do you have any tips for them on how they can stay fit?
So I think investing in yourself is very, very important. I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of relatives, I know a lot of people that say, okay, I'll start working out when I'm 10 years from now, when I need to work out. No, as early as possible, you gotta exercise, you gotta eat right, you gotta eat healthy, you gotta keep active, because when the time comes, it might be late. It's just like the stock market, right, bro? You buy when it's low, you sell when it's high. I think that's just the same principle with life. When you're starting off, your charts are still low here. You got to take care of yourself, because when that goes up, you're already flying high, and you know your body's deteriorating already. You gotta keep healthy. You gotta start when it's low ba. Hindi buy high ba. You gotta start when it's low. So that's what's very important. You gotta really invest in yourself, invest in your mind, body, and soul.
I can't agree more to what you just said. Bro, let's look forward naman. Sooner or later, alam natin this pandemic will end and we'll go back to our normal lives. And the next thing we know, bro, tayo will also have kids. And baka magkaroon tayo ng follow-up segment to this one called Kaya ni Daddy, no? Malay mo. But for now, I know na maraming mister dyan ang worried on how they can keep their family financially secure. So I want to ask you, what are your tips sa mga mister on how they can take care of their family and make sure they are financially secure during this time of pandemic?
Para sa mga mister and mga misis, no, it's very, very important to just have patience, stay calm, and plan right. Create a nice systematic process. Create a nice system, a good template, and just flow with life and be patient. No, you can't have $1 million pesos like that, right? You gotta work for it. You gotta have patience again. You gotta learn. You gotta save. You gotta invest properly. Invest early. Invest in assets when they're still low, so that 10 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years from now, they double or they tripled already. So as early as possible. That's what I like about Sun Life. You can invest in very, very minimal amounts. No. We have investments that we can start with 5,000. Like with investing in foreign markets, you can start with 50,000. So stuff like that. Sun Life has given the opportunity for everybody to start investing in a very minimal amount. So it's friendly for everybody. And sometimes people think, konti lang yan, that won't do anything. But no, every peso counts. You put 5,000 now, you put 5,000 next week, you put 5,000 the next week. That's already 15,000 in 3 weeks. So slowly you build up and your investment grows, and then your money just grows without you knowing. And bro, one more thing, it's nicer to see. So my belief, bro, whenever I open my online banking and I see like for example 50,000 pesos, I don't like seeing it there, bro. I'd like to put that X amount of money somewhere else where I don't see it. And see it after 10 years when it's doubled or tripled already. Do I make sense?
Yeah, perfectly. Minsan kasi kapag nakikita mo, natitempt ka to spend it, di ba? So maganda yung mindset na yun na kapag meron kang spare, i-invest mo na agad and just...
Brother, the more you see, the more you'll spend. That's an automatic trait of any human being. So might as well just put it aside, put it somewhere where you don't see it anymore, and eventually your that asset will grow.
The more you see, the more you spend. So, itabi mo na agad to an investment. Bro, I want to ask you, ano yung mga dapat nilang kayanin so that they can have a financially secure future for their family?
All right, Moy. First off, kayanin mo maging open-minded and keep on learning. Like what we talked about kanina, no? It's very important to be a student of life. Keep learning about your wife, about yourself, about everything else, no? So that's very important. Keep on learning. Second, kayanin mong ayusin ang expenses list mo. Whatever you're most comfortable with, notebook, computer, Excel file, spreadsheet, whatever you are, whiteboard. Write down how you spend, what you spend on, your cash flow, your income, your expenses, and everything else. Keep track on that and create a system that you can look back when you have to look back. Number 3, kayanin mong maintindihan ang investment options mo. Like what we've been talking about, Sun Life has created great packages for everybody out there with different kinds of packages for you that best suits for you, and it can also be customized to your liking and what benefits you the most. So know your investment options. Number 4, kayanin mong kumausap ng trusted Sun Life advisor for a better understanding of your desired future. Like I said, the financial advisors of Sun Life are always there 24/7 when you need them. All right. So even in the midst of the pandemic, they're always there for you. They can talk to you, send them an email, phone call, Zoom meeting. They're always there for you.
Grabe, I like everything in that list and sana yung mga viewers natin were able to take note of that one. Matteo, thank you sa pagkukwento mo today ng iyong mga experiences and learnings. These are helpful tips para sa mga bagong mister tulad nating dalawa and even for those who have been married for a long time and need to revisit their financial roadmap. Kasi no matter what stage you are sa iyong married life, it's important that you keep learning how to handle your finances better. The good news is, kaya naman ng Sun Life na mag-tailor fit ng investment plans na bagay sa kakayanan ng mga mister at sa pangangailangan ng ating pamilya.
I totally agree with you, Moy. Para sa mga kagaya kong bagong mister, talk to a Sun Life advisor right away. Online, they're available for you online. Pwede kanyang i-guide as you start this journey together with your wife or your husband at matutulungan kanya to stay on track with your financial goals, like my own financial advisor does for me.
Tama ka dyan, bro. Matteo, it has been great talking to you today. And I'm sure lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon ay marami ring natutunan sa mga pwede at kaya nilang gawin. Any final message before we wrap up?
Yes, Moy, maraming salamat. And to everybody watching us right now, thank you very much for joining us. And I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a thing or two from us. Thank you very much, Sun Life again. And ang saya talagang balikan ng experiences ng newly married couple, newly married days, no? And it's always nice, again, it's very important to be a student of life. It's very, very important to be financially educated, not just the husband but also the wife, or not just the wife but also the husband. So, yun, bilang isang bagong mister, I'm very, very excited for the rest of my journey with my beautiful wife. Tiwala ako with Sun Life, of course, kakayahan ko mag-build ng bright future with my wife and of course our future children.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Kaya ni Mister para kay Mrs. Don't forget, mga mister, watch out for the announcement of our 2 winners of 5,000 Uniqlo GCs each right here sa Sun Life's Facebook page.